Welcome all of you. We are learning assembly and detailed drawings, and out of that we have already started assembly and prepared some assembly drawings. So at that time we have studied certain rules about assembly and detailed drawings, and during that time, as you can see here, this was something which we have discussed. First of all, it was introduction of assembly and detailed drawings, and after that what we saw was basically the instructions or the rules to be observed for the detailed drawings, which is here, and then the assembly drawings rules which are written here. Now while preparing the assembly drawings we have observed these rules. Now we are going to draw the detailed drawings. That means now the exercise is going to be reversed. So we are given today with the objective, the today's topic is, it is practice sheet number 16, details of quarter joint. So here you will be given the assembly of quarter joint as a question, and you have to draw the details of quarter joint, that is the answer. That is how it is going to be. Now if you see here, what we are going to do is, we are going to read certain rules which are already there before we start. So what are the rules for the detailed drawings? So as you see here, it says that the detailed drawings are prepared to convey maximum accurate information needed for the manufacturer of various components. So remember, when we are drawing the detailed drawings, our main objective is somebody is going to refer that drawing of that part, and the person is going to make that part. So all the information which the person requires for making the part needs to be provided in the drawing. So as you can read here, the information is in terms of dimensions, that is the shape, size, material, quantity, surface finish, roughness, dimensional tolerances. So all these things which are required by the manufacturer, they are supposed to be mentioned in the drawing. Then certain other things which are also there. Each component is prepared by minimum 2 views, because as usual, when you prepare a drawing, the objective is to understand, the reader should understand what the object is. So you have to draw the number of views which are sufficient for the person to understand what the drawing is. So suppose one view is enough, then fine. But suppose you require more than one view, then maybe you will require 2 views, so front view, side view, front view, top view, such kind of combinations, or maybe 3 views. Maybe 3 views you will have to require, or sometimes you may require more than 3 views also, maybe some sectional views and all. So whatever views are required, those views are drawn, including auxiliary views also. So the number of views will be decided by the person who is drawing based on what the component is. Then generally one view is drawn in sectional, and in case of symmetric objects, half sectional view is drawn. Then the other thing is the dotted lines. We have to draw all the dotted lines, because that object, the drawing of that part should be very, very clear. The manufacturer should understand what the part is. So the dotted lines, etc. should be properly drawn without any omitting, which we have done in the case of assembly drawings, because that time the relative position of the parts was important. That's why it was not given so much importance. Now all the dimensions must be shown, otherwise it will be not possible for the manufacturer to make those parts. So remember, you have to put all the possible dimensions which are required by the object. Then the serial number, material name, etc. Everything, all the details should be written near the component. Then it is a common practice to draw first the large part and then the rest of the parts. If you are making individual detailed drawings, one drawing on one page, then the question doesn't arise. But otherwise, on a single page, when you are accommodating all the part drawings, then the largest part should be drawn first, and then subsequently the remaining parts. Then rule number 8 is very important. What it says, there are certain standard parts which are very commonly used everywhere. So we don't have to draw the drawings of those parts. For example, nut bolts, screws, studs, quarters, keys, shafts. Now these parts are such that they are ready-made available in the market. So when you suppose you want to have a bolt in your assembly, then you are not preparing a detailed drawing of a bolt. You are not asking somebody to refer the drawing of a bolt and make that bolt, because there are already people who are making bolt as standard parts. So all what you have to do is you have to purchase those bolts from the market as a bought out item. So in such case, you have to only mention the name of the part which is a bolt, and then maybe its number, then the material and the quantity and the specifications of the bolt. For example, a bolt is of, let's say, hexagonal type. So you have to write hexagonal bolt M10, that is 10 size bolt, and length is, let's say, 60. So hexagonal bolt M10 by 60, material MS, quantity maybe whatever 64, etc. So such kind of information you have to write about the standard parts. You are not going to draw this part because their drawing is not required. Then certain things like packing material, gaskets, etc., they are not shown by the drawing, instead their description is written. So same thing what is written here. So like that, all these standard parts you have to just write their description. So this is all about the rules which we have to observe. Now today's practice sheet is on drawing a detailed drawing of a quarter joint. So we can now concentrate here. On this particular page here, we are going to see a quarter joint in the form of assembly. So I'll just take this here and let us expand this. So now here on this page, you can read here quarter and spigot type of socket and spigot type of quarter joint. Now it is not written. When you write, instead of this you write details of quarter joint. In fact, we are drawing details. This is of course assembly. This is going to be your question. So in the question you are given this particular assembly of quarter joint like this. It is a spigot and quarter type assembly. Spigot and socket type assembly of a quarter joint. So as you can see here, there are total 3 parts. One is the spigot. As you can see here there is a socket, and the third part is a quarter pin or quarter. So there are 3 parts here. Last time sometimes back, we have prepared the freehand sketches. So during the preparation of the freehand sketches, we have prepared these drawings. So we know what is the function of a quarter joint. So according to that function, you are going to see that this is a joint which is given to us as a quarter joint. We have to understand its function, and accordingly we have to split this into its detailed parts. That means you have to draw the detailed drawing of a spigot, you have to draw detailed drawing of a socket, and then you have to draw detailed drawing of a quarter. Now for preparing the drawing, you need dimensions. So all these dimensions you have to collect from this figure. Now as I said earlier, in the assembly drawing, the dimensions are as such never drawn. But here they are drawn because this is an academic question. This is given to you as a question. So as a question, you have to read the assembly drawing and prepare the detailed drawings. So for that you need the dimension. That's why the dimensions are put here. But otherwise, as a practice, as a standard practice, the detailed dimensions are never drawn in assembly drawing like this. Okay. So now how do you split this drawing? You can see the sectional lines and understand how the part is, up to what it is extended, and then the name of the part is there, the function you know. What is the function of this spigot and socket type quarter joint? The function is to join these 2 rods. So this one rod is here, other rod is here. Now these 2 rods are connected to each other by this joint. So when you put a quarter pin, then this quarter pin goes across both these parts, and as a result the joint takes place. Now for making this assembly, this spigot end has got a rod end which goes inside the hole of a socket end. So first of all this assembly is done, and then the quarter is put through this common slot which is there for both the parts. So that's how the joint is formed. And as you know, here there is a curvature here and here. Now this curvature is there for the purpose of preventing the quarter from getting damaged. So when you are hammering here, when you are hammering from here, there should not be any damage to the actual working shape of the quarter. Therefore this extra shape is given here and here. Okay, then there is some clearance. As you can see, there is a clearance here and there is a clearance on this side here. Okay, and there is some taper also there. Now taper is on one side. On this side, this particular side is perpendicular to the axis, whereas this side has got some taper. Now having seen this, now what we do is we are going to split this into detailed drawings. Now, as you have already seen what are the 3 detailed drawings, so let us have a look at those 3 drawings of 3 parts, which is going to be your answer. For you it is going to be answer which is already there. Now you are not supposed to refer these drawings as answer drawings. You have to think yourself and draw. But here for the purpose of explanation, I am showing you here. So as you see here, this is a spigot. This is a spigot which is this part. So this spigot, as you see here, it is like a rod. Now this end has got a rectangular slot cut into it. The size is 32 diameter. So this is a spigot, and when you draw, you have to draw this. You have to name the part like part number 1. Then you have to write here name is spigot, material is MS, quantity 1. Then you see here the socket. Now this other part which has got a hole like this, you can see there is a hole like this in this part, and otherwise it has got a pipe like hollow shape. Now this diameter, if you read here somewhere, it must be written, or it may be missed somewhere. It should have been there, 32 diameter here. So there has to be 32 diameter mentioned here, which is not mentioned by mistake, but it has to be 32 diameter here. So in this 32, this will go, and then there is a slot cut out here. So this slot is corresponding to this slot. So the dimension of this slot is given 31.5 by 6 mm. So same way here, slightly it is taper, so 36.68 here, 33.9 here, and the width is still the same 6 mm. So this spigot goes inside the socket, and then through this common slot, this quarter is fitted. So this quarter is like this. It has also got a taper which is pressed from this place. After these two are fitted, then quarter goes here, and then this is the kind of assembly that is formed. So this is the quarter and socket and spigot, and this is the kind of assembly. Now for our case, this is given to us as a question. So we have to read this, we have to understand this, and then you have to draw this as answer. And when you draw this, you have to write near the object, you have to write all the details. Name of the part spigot, material MS, quantity 1. Name of the part socket, material MS, quantity 1. Name of the part quarter, material MS, quantity 1. So all the information of these three parts you have to write properly. So this is our exercise that is called as a detailed drawing of spigot and socket type quarter joint.